All right, in this video, I'm gonna talk about tools. Yes, you have that drive, you'll have your real estate license. If you wanna go ahead and you wanna sell all these houses, man, but in life, you gotta get prepared first. Preparation is king. Without it, you're not going to be ready for what's coming next. So, like if you're going running, you need the right shoes, you need the right outfit. You got to figure out which track you're going to run or what your distance is. You got to be prepared. So, you definitely want to watch this video if you're a real estate agent and you want to know the tools that you need before you even get started. So, without further ado, let's get it. Okay, here's the thing that I know, that I want you to know. You need few things to get started in real estate, okay? Don't make the mistake I did. I used to do things by fluke. Number one, get a CRM. You might have heard this before, and you just kind of you figure out as you go. Listen, research a CRM. If your brokerage is providing you a CRM for free, which a lot of brokerages are these days, use it. It doesn't have to be the best. All you need is somewhere to put all your contacts, put all their phone numbers and their email addresses, and make notes, okay? This has got to be done. Because if you understand that the pillar of real estate sales is conversations, you need a place where you're going to record those conversations and then make notes. The other thing that you need to understand is nurturing. The money is in the maybes. When you have conversations, not everybody's going to say yes to you. Yes, I want to buy a house. Yeah, that's what you're looking for. But through experience, I'll tell you, all the money is in the nurturing. It's in the follow-up. So when you talk to somebody and they say, hey, maybe reach out to me next spring, you want to make a note of that. And then you want to, in your CRM, you make a note, just talk to Michelle. She said, call me next spring. Cool. And then you want to make a note in the calendar in the CRM to get a notification on when to call her. You're not going to call her in the spring. You're calling the beginning of the year. Your birthday cards need to go out. Your market reports need to go out. All these things need to go out. And if you don't have a good CRM that you use, you're going to be confused and it's just not going to work. No bueno. The other thing that you really need is you need to understand the art of articulation. Bear with me for a second. Start reading sales books. Start understanding how to communicate. And if you don't want to do any of that, the best thing you could do is just be a good listener. Be a good listener. There's so many people that talk too much. I've been in conversations where all I did was ask questions and listen intently, and people walked away and say, wow, what a great conversation. And I didn't even say anything. Become a soundboard. So the tool that you need here is patience. You need to be very patient. If you're patient and you listen, people will give you the answers that you need to convert clients, to convert prospects into clients. All right? Here's the other thing you need. You need to be a part of a good brokerage. Because back in the day, right, there was old school ways of doing things. There was the old school model, and then there's a new model. If you're someone that's just getting into real estate, or you've been in real estate and you want to really explode your business and you're getting revved up again and you want to do your next $100,000, if you want to make $100K in 100 days, let me know. Write down 100K in 100 days in the comment and I will get back to you. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel, give me a like, let's go. The point is this: if you're doing this correctly and you want to make that commission, like I said, you have to learn how to talk to people. You have to learn how to listen. You have to know how to articulate yourself. You need a good CRM. You also need to be a part of a good brokerage that gives you more than just commission. In my brokerage, you get commission, you get stock, and you get something called revenue share. Now, the importance of revenue share to you right now is not to be a part of it and make revenue share, but because you're joining a company that has revenue share, you're not just learning from a broker that doesn't need to sell houses. You could partner with somebody in the company in a cloud brokerage that is willing to teach you the way. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching. You can get that for free. Now, if you really want to level up your business, besides joining a brokerage that will give you some, real help and training, you want to hire a real estate coach. Here's what I suggest you do. Go watch some YouTube channels, join a brokerage that is willing to help you close your first few deals, take that free training, watch channels like this that help you in real estate sales. Here's the difference. Once you do a deal and you make some money, just don't go spend it all. I want you to really pay attention to this. There's a difference on profitability and scalability. So what I want you to do is start learning how to scale now. So let's say you get a $20,000 commission check. Take some of that, put it towards taxes. Right? Let's take 25% of that, put it in another account because you're going to have taxes. Take $10,000 and do whatever you want with it. Pay your bills and do whatever. The rest of it, which is about $7,500, I think, if I did the math right, or so, say $5,000 to $7,500, you want to put back into your business. You could do that to marketing. I suggest you put that towards coaching. So see what I did there? Everything is investment. It's not, you are spending money that you made and you're scaling your business. So hire a coach. 1,000% that'll change your life. Now, there's a lot of whack-ass coaches out there, so don't get me wrong. Do your due diligence. Everybody has a good coach, though. The athlete that you look up to, the actor or actress that you look up to, they're all coached. There is nothing wrong with coaching. Here's the next tool that you need. Awareness. See, we need to understand the business that we're in. When you get into real estate sales, you don't hand out resumes. You don't go into an interview process. People are not hiring you based on your merit and your credentials. You're just a number. You're just a number. So you have to be aware in the industry that you're in. So if you're just a number, a lot of us, we get our real estate license, we join a brokerage, we want to do a whole bunch of deals, and we're looking around and we're like, where am I going to get my deal from? And then we're not taking 100% responsibility. We're blaming other people. Oh, nobody helped me. Nobody told me. Maybe I should switch a brokerage. Nah. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in sales. You're no longer into your 9 to 5. You're no longer in HR. You're no longer in accounting. You're no longer in, retail where people are just coming to you. No. And you have a job and then you leave. No. You wear real estate sales all day, all night. Nobody is coming to save you. Awareness is the key to that. The other tool that you need is you need to understand the concept of discipline. And moreover than discipline, you already know what that is. You heard that. But repetition. Repetition is the mother of all skill. If you do not understand prospecting in any which way, and you understand that you have to make phone calls, you have to have conversations, you're not going to be in this game for too long. You have to get used to repeating that boring stuff, man. That's the universal law of success. I don't make that up. I don't make that up. If you want to be a better athlete, if you want to get fit at the gym, it's about doing the boring stuff, exercises every single day or 4 or 5 times a week, and then eating those boring meals every day, putting down the chips, putting down the donuts. But what happens is when you do it long enough, it changes your identity. You become a stronger character, and you start liking the results that you're getting, so you get addicted to the process, right? So you have to get really used to repeating the repetition, because I've seen a lot of real estate agents come and go. They come in, they don't do the work, and then they quit. Let me ask you something. If you're in sales right now, how many prospecting calls did you do this week? How many? A lot of you are at 0 this week. How many hours did you put in building systems in your business? 0. Some of you might put in an hour. If you're working a 9 to 5, the math should give it away. How many hours are you putting a week? 40. So if you can do 40 hours for somebody else, why can't you do 4 for yourself? I pause because I want you to think about that. We are so busy being slaves for another human being that we can't unslave for ourselves and take off the shackles. Man, your real estate license is your key to personal development. It will change your life just as it done mine. I've made millions of dollars in commissions because I followed the steps in this video. So before you quit your job, you must understand the concepts I covered in this video, because nobody's going to come to save you. You need to understand technology, you need to use it, and you need to understand time blocking. You have to have discipline, because when nobody's watching you, you could do whatever you want. You go to the gym at 11 a.m., no one's going to care. But you're not going to like the number of zeros in your bank account, because it will be 0. Or you can have a 1 with 6 zeros. That's $1 million. You can make that in a year in selling things. See, we have this dream. Let's call that point B. And we're stuck at point A. And in between point A and point B is work. That's all it is. Educated work, not hard work, smart work. And we're so stuck at point A, we never get to point B. And you know what we get? Depression. We get mental health problems. Some of them are legit. I'm not saying that. But a lot of them are enforced upon us because the blueprint in our mind does not match the blueprint of our life. We think we should have a certain relationship. We think we should have a certain body type. We think we should have a certain amount of financial freedom, but we have none of it. Before you reach success in anything, especially sales, especially real estate sales, with the industry that I know and I love, with all the competition in it, man, with the markets going down like they are right now, you better have some thick skin. And you better understand what you're getting into. Let me tell you some good news, though. If you follow this channel, subscribe to it, it's going to help you. Because it's in doing the simple things, but doing them every day, that is going to get you ahead of 80 to 90% of people. 80% of the real estate agents you're going to beat just by doing a couple of things every single day, because most agents aren't even doing that. Now, to compete with the top 20%, you got to up your game. But that's not a video for that. I can teach you how to run a huge $1 million business. I can teach you how to run a team. I can teach you on your wealth engine, on how to make money outside even commission. I can teach you on where to invest. I can teach you all that stuff. But the point of this video is simple. Know what you're getting into. The tools that you need. I only mentioned one real tool. That was a CRM. Because the brokerage you join, they're going to give you like, your MLS login and all that kind of stuff. You need all that. That's given. All you really need is a good CRM. You probably already have a phone, have a good phone plan, and the rest is right here. It's about your mental fortitude. It's about knowing what you're getting into and knowing what you can get out of it. Rome wasn't built in a day, neither is going to be your real estate career, but too many people quit. Too many people quit, and a lot of you quit because you have too much ego and you don't ask for help. And some of you are around help, but you don't take it because you think you know better. Okay, cool. But if you're someone that wants to be better, if you're a younger me, I was hungry. I was done living a life that wasn't serving me. And it doesn't matter what I got into because I was ready. I was mentally prepared. And I'm doing this channel so you can know what I know now, because I wish I knew. You know that saying, man, like you wish, you're way wiser when you're older is what I'm trying to say. And the knowledge you had today, you wish you knew back then. That's what I'm trying to give you, right? So if you like this video, let me know. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one.